Good morning, CPC Kids, and welcome to CPC Kids Live, where we are always number one. My name is Daniel, and if you were here last week, you heard that our mission partner for this month is Call Primrose. They do some awesome things in our community that I could tell you about, but instead, I think I'll show you in this video. Check it out.
Hi CPMC Kids, this is Terry Bosch, Executive Director at Call Primrose. Call Primrose runs a drop-in food pantry program. We're located in Burlingame, and we provide free healthy groceries to families and individuals in need along the peninsula. And as you can well imagine, we've been extremely busy since the shelter-in-place mandate was issued last March, more than doubling the number of clients we serve every day and the amount of groceries that we distribute each week and each month. So I am thrilled that you're taking an interest, thrilled that you want to support us. We operate out of a very small space here in Burlingame, but we help a whole lot of people. We see about 100 families a day coming in to pick up groceries, and we're open Monday through Friday. So if you do the math, I know someone there can shout out how many families on average that is each week. I've got my volunteers here, my Thursday afternoon crew, who are going to give you a little tour of Call Primrose and show you what it is we do. Thank you for wanting to help. Thank you for being the great kids that you are, and stay well.
So what I'm doing here is I am bagging up produce. So depending on the size of the family, I will give more produce per bag. So depending on the size. Okay, bye.
And over here, hi, I'm Chris, this is Michael. This is where we do all of our dairy and protein out of. So clients get a choice about 3 different dairy items, and then everyone gets a protein, and this is sort of where we attend to distribute, and there you have it.
So CPC Kids, that's Call Primrose in a nutshell. We're here to serve our community, and last year we provided over 80,000 bags of groceries to folks in need. We expect that we'll distribute even more this year, and we certainly couldn't do it without your support. Because of you and your prayers and your financial support, we're able to do what we do for our community and remain a reliable resource for those who are facing such difficult times. So thank you for taking the time to learn more about us. Thank you for making the world a better place, and be well.
All right. Thank you, Terry, and everybody over there. That is our mission partner. They're doing some really awesome work to help people in our communities. And if you remember, at the end of the show last week, we challenged you guys to make donations to them to show kindness yourself. I want to show you guys one family that took part in that. They went through all their piggy banks, checked under the couch cushions, just scraped together everything they could, and they were able to donate about $200. Absolutely incredible. Great job. Guys, you did amazing. And for you guys at home, if you want to be a part of this, if you want to jump in and didn't get a chance to last week, you can check out our code here. All you have to do is point the camera on your phone right at that, and it should give you a link to go to their donation page. And yeah, this is just a great way to show kindness to people. Yeah. So just like normal, I'm not the only one here. I have a good friend with me, and she is. Hi, Glendy.
Hi, Daniel.
Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me again.
Oh, of course. Always great. I think you have some announcements for us?
I do. So next Sunday at Leo Ryan Park, we're having a family gathering, February 21st, and tell your parents to sign up. We have a few more slots for the 12 p.m. Time slot.
Got it. So sign up for that. It's going to be
And it's a winter wonderland. There might be some flurries.
Wonderland. We might even have a little bit of a blizzard. Sneak peek. That's not all. The Sunday after that, parents that are watching, we're going to be having our parent lab. The last one was really good, really informative, a lot of fun. This time we're going to be covering mental health. So a big topic. You can sign up on our website, cpc.org/events. And save the date.
Small groups today. Can't wait to see your little faces
all
in the
your
box.
Little boxes.
In the box after CPC Kids Live.
That's right. We'll see you guys right after. And if you don't have a link for some reason, just send me an email. I'll get you sorted out. And my email is in the description of this video. Glendy, do you happen to know what our theme for the month is?
I do.
Can you tell
It's
me?
kindness.
Kindness. Amazing, amazing. And what is kindness?
Showing others they are valuable by how you treat them.
That's right. So we have a lot of stories about kindness to cover this month. It's going to be really great. And with Call Primrose, you guys have a great opportunity to show kindness to people on the peninsula. But before we get into our story for today, we got to do some worship time. Let's get up and let's get moving.
Move the bodies.
Here we go.
I'm Haley, and I am just performing one of my many duties as a super fan, and that is sending out fan mail! Special delivery! Ooh, see? Ta-da!
Ooh, shiny. Yeah.
It's important for my favorite people to know that they're my favorite people. That's part of kindness. Kindness is showing others they are valuable by how you treat them. Dear Kyle, I like your smile. You can shoot basketballs a quarter mile. Let someone else rebound every once in a while. Your biggest fan. But don't get me wrong. I'm not just a fan of famous athletes. I'm fans of all kinds of people. Dear Mom, you're the bomb. You're like the coolest.com. You make me want to shake a pom-pom. Your biggest fan. Hey. Dear sis. Okay. Well, I'll tell you this. The annoying way you chew is something I don't miss. And your taste in music makes me want to hiss. Your sis. Hey. Did you ever notice that it's harder to be kind to the people that you're closest to? Well, as you'll see in today's story, sometimes the people we're closest to are the people who need our kindness the most. I should probably rewrite this card to my sister. Yeah. See you in a bit.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Valentine's Day. I am E-Rice, if you couldn't hear that, and I work at CPCKids as our creative and admin director. February is already off to a great start as we discover more about God's idea of kindness. Last week we did some work in trying to define kindness and how to notice it, but we discovered that even if we really know about kindness, it can still be hard to practice. Today, let's head to a book found in the Old Testament, Ruth. It's a small book. You might even flip past it a couple times. Let me catch you up on Ruth's story. First, there was a woman named Naomi. Naomi had a husband and 2 sons. Second, due to a famine or lack of food in their hometown of Bethlehem, Naomi and her family left Bethlehem and moved to another land, a place called Moab. And third, there were 2 sons. And tragically, Naomi's husband and her 2 sons all died. So as our story starts, Naomi was alone, except for her 2 daughters-in-law. And she probably thought she'd have to say goodbye to them too. I mean, why would they stick around if they didn't have husbands? I'm guessing you know at least one of the daughter-in-law's names. It's Ruth. The other was Orpah. But first, in the midst of the tragedy, Naomi got a glimmer of good news. The famine in her homeland was over, and so she decided to head back home to Bethlehem. And then time came to part ways with the remaining family that she had. In Ruth 1:8 we read, Naomi said to her 2 daughters-in-laws, "Go back, each of you, to your mother's home. May the Lord show you kindness as you have shown your husbands and to me." Ruth said, "Don't try to make me leave. Don't urge me to leave you or turn back from you. Where you will go, I will go. And where you will stay, I will stay. Your people will be my people, and your God will be my God." Ruth refused to return home. Instead, she pledged to stay with her grieving mother-in-law. Ruth showed incredible kindness to Naomi.
Hey, E-Rice. Good story. You're doing great.
Thank you. Hello.
You're welcome. Just a little encouragement from me to you. But I have a favor to ask. I believe you have some bags, some like heart bags near you. Did you see those?
I do.
Okay. I put those there for you. You're welcome. It's, again, a gift from me to you. There's going to be one of those with the number 1 on it.
Yes. Yeah.
Could you just pull that out? Sorry to interrupt, but I feel like there's no better time for a present than the present. Am I right?
Present for the present?
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
What did you... This is...
I'm going to drop out, but you go ahead and open that. Okay?
I'm gonna open it.
You open that.
I'm going to do it. I didn't get you anything, Daniel, but... You got me a glue stick. I get it. Daniel, well done. Ruth stuck with Naomi. So Naomi and Ruth traveled all the way back to Bethlehem. As hard as this was, they received some good news when they arrived. The fields were full of barley, and it was time for the barley to be harvested. But they also faced some bad news. Naomi and Ruth had no money, and therefore no food. They had nothing. Hey,
you guys, I'm back.
Thank you for the glue.
You're welcome.
I see what you did there. Okay.
I know it's one of your favorites, and now I figured I'd come with one of my favorites. And I couldn't wait any longer to give it to you, so if you could just open that up.
Okay, I'm guessing number 2?
Number 2, that's the one that comes after 1.
It smells good. It's kind of messy a little bit. Smells really good. It's barley. Ruth knew that God had made a way for his people to care for those who were going through a hard time and didn't have money to get food. See, in those days, you had to harvest fields for grain or barley. And when Naomi and Ruth returned to Bethlehem, it was barley harvest. Now you might be thinking, well, that doesn't help much if they don't have a field. Well, yeah, but God's plan comes into play. See, God asked his people when they harvested to leave whatever extra pieces or whatever they dropped for the poor people in their community. Then the poor people would come behind the harvesters and pick up what was left. This was called gleaning. And check out what Ruth says to Naomi. And Ruth said to Naomi, "Let me go to the fields and pick up the leftover grain behind anyone whose eyes I find favor." Naomi said to her, "Go ahead, my daughter." So Naomi agreed to this, and so Ruth headed down to the fields to pick up all the scraps. Now, she didn't end up in just any random field. It happened to belong to a guy named Boaz, a relative of Naomi's deceased husband. Boaz was a faithful follower of God. And check this out. Boaz said to Ruth, "Listen to me. Don't go and glean in another field, and don't go away from here. Stay here with the women who work for me. Watch the field where the men are harvesting, and follow along after the women. I have told the men not to lay a hand on you. And whenever you are thirsty, go and get a drink from the water jars the men have filled." Wow, Boaz went out of his way to be kind to Ruth. Not only had Boaz heard her story and knew that she had been through a lot, but he also heard about the kindness she showed to her mother-in-law by staying with her in her time of need. And check out Ruth's reaction to Boaz. At this, she bowed down on her face to the ground and asked him, "Why have I found such favor in your eyes that you would notice me, a foreigner?" When Ruth told Naomi what had happened, Naomi was overjoyed. She exclaimed how Boaz was in their family as their protector, that he could help them in their difficult situation. So Naomi, of course, made up a plan.
Rice. Again, you're doing great. I just wanted you to know that. And to give you another present, I thought, gotta have 3, right?
At least.
2 presents, not good enough. Gotta be at least 3.
Okay, all right. I see.
Maybe more.
See 3. Oh, this one's light. Okay.
Light as a... Time to find out.
Are you kidding me? A feather. After the harvesters did all their work in the fields, they would gather up the grain from the stalks. They would often sleep there to make sure nobody messed with their harvest. Well, one night when Boaz was sleeping, who should show up? Ruth. Boaz woke to find Ruth, who told Boaz that she knew who the family protector was. It was him. It was Boaz. She asked him to take her, ready for it, under his wing, and to protect her. Now, what was amazing about this is that Boaz had said during his first meeting, he told her, "May God take you under his wing." And now Ruth was saying, "You are the way that God is going to do that." Look how Boaz responded. "I've been told all about what you have done for your mother-in-law since the death of your husband, how you left your father and mother and your homeland and came to live with a people you did not know before." Again, Boaz responded with kindness to Ruth. But there was a slight problem. See, in that culture, it was the obligation of the nearest relative to be the closest family protector. And Boaz was not the closest member, but there was someone closer who had that responsibility. So Boaz pledged to go and talk to this family member and see if they would step up to fulfill their role.
Speaking of fulfilling roles, I'm here to fulfill my role of giving you a present.
This is great.
Number 4.
Number 4. Okay.
I would think maybe don't expect any more after this. I think 4 is a lot. I've already been extremely generous.
You've showed so much kindness. With the gifts. Okay.
All for you. Enjoy.
Right. Thank you.
No problem.
Flip flop. Okay. I'm not really sure what that has to do, but maybe we'll figure it out. Flip flops. Boaz. Okay. The next day, Boaz headed to the city gates and found the family member who was the closest protector. Boaz told him about Naomi and her sad story. He then told him about Ruth and talked to him about marrying her. Now, this family protector considered the land that he would gain, but did not want to marry Ruth. So he denied the obligation, meaning that Boaz was now the closest relative. So, flip-flop. What? Well, in that time, there was a custom that when a land was traded, that one person would take off their sandal and give it to the other. This was a sign that business had taken place. Pretty interesting, huh? So Boaz brought back the land that they were going to lose and married Ruth, preserving the family line that seemed like it was going to be lost forever. I love this story because it's easy to see the impact of kindness, true kindness. But it's also important to see that true kindness may also cost us something. Think about it. The easy choice for Ruth would have been to go back away from her mother-in-law, but she decided to stick with her, like our glue. Boaz could have cared only about the dollar signs that he would lose by having the poor gather up the loose grain. But he allowed Ruth to pick the grain, giving her more than what she asked for, and protecting her while she provided for Naomi. And then eventually brought back the family land and married Ruth. Let's not forget God's role in all this. God cared for the poor among his people through the gleaning in the fields. In his kindness, God brought all of these people and events together in order to care for Naomi and Ruth in their brokenness and to help continue their story. God truly was the one who protected Naomi and Ruth under his wing. But what about us? What can we learn from this story? Well, maybe you've been considered showing kindness, but the cost made you second guess it. Maybe you knew it would take more time than you were willing to give. Or maybe it would involve giving up something. Maybe it would cost you some of your reputation or how you look to a certain group of people. In Ruth's story, kindness was shown between family members or relatives, mothers-in-laws, and family protectors. So why is it so hard to be kind to the people closest to you? Sure, your siblings may get on your nerves once in a while and you don't feel like doing maybe that chore your mom asked you to do, but even those closest to us, our families and friends, deserve our kindness. Kindness matters and can make a huge difference. So as you head into the rest of your week, I would like you to think about this question. When is it hard to be kind? Consider the ways that you often pause or struggle with kindness, and talk about it together with your family or today during small groups. Kindness is important. So before we go, let's pray and ask God for his kindness. God, thank you for your word. Thank you for showing us what it's like to be kind in the story of Boaz and Ruth and Naomi. Help us be kind to our siblings and our parents and our friends, God, even when we don't feel like it. Thank you for showing us your kindness every day.
Wow. Thank you, Erica, for that story. That was such a great reminder that sometimes it's hard to be kind, but we still should be wanting to be kind anyway. As we go, I'm going to be jumping onto Zoom for small groups, and I will see you guys there. So I'll hop into that in a minute. But first, I'm going to let us end with one more worship song. Remember to talk to your parents about donating to Call Primrose. You can rewind this video later and check out that QR code, scan it, and that'll take you to their website. So I'll see you guys on Zoom in a minute. But first, let's end with a song.
Got a rhythm in my heart and in my soul. Got a reason for this joy I can't control. I wanna sing, I wanna dance, and give everyone a chance to hear about this endless love I know. What you give to me is not for me to keep. It's for the world to see your love. Every day you're giving me your kindness. Every day you're giving me your love. Oh, with every single breath I am reminded that what you give is more than enough. So So give a little kindness, give a little kindness, give a little love away. Give a little kindness, give a little kindness, give a little love away. Yeah, you make me shine, you make me glow. You pick me up when I am feeling low. I wanna sing, I wanna dance, and give everyone a chance to hear about this endless love I know. Oh, what you give to me is not for me.